team, along with Sam Watson and his team, we're going to stand together and fight this disease.
I come this way before, travel through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened all so fast. No, they got lonely sometimes. You see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm off beat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know life took a hold on. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. No, I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games get played, can't take it personal, cause the devil is a liar. Telling you the truth, hey. It's all in what you do, hey. Some things you gotta do, hey. It's fight for millions, take a second, see the blessing in it. But much expected, much is given. When I made the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness, yes. You can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine up, let us see your brilliance. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it through like for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm aces. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition, I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lack it. Or cancer slowing our road. I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, give something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going back soon and fight this final round. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Can't get play, can't take it personal, cause the devil is a liar. Telling you the truth, hey. It's all in what you do, hey. Some things you gotta do, hey. I'm gonna share all that I have and give to those in need. So we're gonna win this battle, fight that disease.
No more. What's up? I figured I'd come in here early, man. Coming just a little bit early as I could. You know, DB got to leave in 10 minutes, man. He got to go deal with his family, so I figured I'd come in a little early so he can say what's up. What's up, DB? JP, we gonna call him JQ. Keith Sims, what's up? CB Sports, man. What's up, man? You know, you on diaper duty right now? Congratulations to you and yours, man. What's up, KJ? Mr. Blue, love is the word. Mr. J-Dub 20 Texas. Barbershop Conversations Live. You in here too? What up, KJ? What up, Davis? Welcome to the show, Davis.
Welcome to the show.
Young World. Hotep. M Square. What up? Dwayne's duffel, man. What's in there? That's what I want to know. Is it a shotgun or 20 grand? Which one? TT. Are you with me? Signature. And it jumped on me. What up, Mike? Stormy B, man. Past your bedtime, big homie. And About Nothing and Everything podcast. And make sure y'all go to the call-in show. Stormy B, man, got a call-in show. Saturday morning for me. Saturday morning for me. Go subscribe to Stormy B, man. Chris Lane, what's up, man? I appreciate y'all coming in here early. You know, I'm not sure if DB want to call in early or not and respond to what's going on, but we are 7 away from 1,600 buys. So can 7 people go buy the film? If you haven't bought the film, go buy the film, man. $5.19 in honor of Malcolm X's birthday, May 19th, man. Put down the fries. Don't go buy some fries tomorrow and buy the film. I need 7 buys. 7 buys, man. I appreciate you guys in advance, man. Last time, y'all. Let's sing this together. Why, y'all? Devil is a lie. Hey, what? You telling me what? Telling you the truth. Hey, it's what? It's all in what you do. Hey, last time, y'all together. Do hey, 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 hey. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the show, y'all. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in tonight, man. And man, we going back down money lane. Woo! You know what I mean? So, I mean, if you follow the green brick road, there lies the truth, you know. And today it was reported by one of my fellow supporters on Instagram that sent me this, and DAZN is leaving America. Now, for the overall sport of boxing, it's devastating, obviously, because the more boxing we have, the better from a fan's perspective. But this mission that these promoters have at stringing along boxing, you will fail. You will fail. And DAZN has proved it. You will fail. And I told you that this business model was flawed. You cannot overpay and depend on advertising and fans to support a mediocre product. It doesn't happen. The XFL don't work. WNBA don't work. Everybody will try to duplicate something and try and squeeze something out of it. It ain't gonna work. You know, you don't go order a #1 from Burger King and they give you a half a Whopper and you consistently go back. It don't happen. You don't go to McDonald's and get a #1 and they give you a half a Big Mac and a half a order of fries or some cold fries and you keep going back. Fans gonna stop paying. And I think them leaving America is a victory for the fans. And I think the fans need to keep on going. Stop paying for this stuff. Stop paying. Americans did not pay for those mediocre fights that they were putting on. And I think half the fights they put on, Americans didn't even know their names. We didn't know none of those fighters that they were fighting, especially the opponents. You know what I mean? So I think that it's time that the fans stand up and you have a platform where you can voice your opinion and they can hear you. And there's no greater place than the barbershop. Every night, 5 nights a week, Sunday to Thursday, you can voice your opinion and say how you really feel. And I think now is the time. What's up, Butch Cassidy? What's up? And now I think is the time that we force PBC's hand to start adhering to what the fans want. I think PBC has a chance to right their ship. I really believe they got the chance. You know, yeah, they gave us Ted Cheeseman, man. Yeah, who was Ted? I've never even seen the guy fight. Never. I know who he is. What's up, Kyle? And but at the end of the day, I think PBC can right they wrong. And I want them to win because I know how important PBC is to the undercard fighters. Now I know everybody gonna know the top 5 fighters for PBC and say, hey, they rich. They got all the money, all the tea in China. You're right. They are rich. But those undercard fighters making $125,000 a fight, fighting twice a year, making $250 a year, and that's how they make a living. And they got 2 kids. It's painful not to see these guys fight. You understand? And I am an advocate, 1, of the fans, and 2, just fairness at the end of the day. Fairness and what's right. More importantly, what's right. I'm not gonna fuck fair. Fair is a subjective term. What's right and what's wrong. Everybody that you see in a suit at a boxing event, You know what I mean? They well paid. You know what I mean? They ain't mad. As long as they put on the event, they happy. You know, and I think now we have their attention. By the way, what were the numbers for anybody got the numbers for for the card this past Saturday? Do anybody got it? If you got them, DM it to me, please, because I really want to know what the numbers were. You know, because I think that's vindication for the fan. I don't think it did well because any fight that does well, I get 10 or 15 DMs on the fight. And I was at the concert and I didn't get no DMs on this fight. I mean, probably one or two. You know, it peaked at 300,000. Okay, thank you. So that's coming off of a fight that had 500,000. Okay, so that's because of Jamel Charlo and Castano. So it didn't do as bad as I thought it would do, you know. And Showtime is gonna have to reinvent themselves, and Showtime got to put on the best fights. You know, I think they're doing the best that they can, and I don't think they're doing the best that they can, but you know, September 18th is a good start, and they got to be consistent at it, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna open up the phone lines. How about we do that? We start there. How about we start there? We open up the phone lines, and see if anybody bought the movie yet. Nah, nobody bought the movie yet. I need 7 people to go buy the movie. How about we start there? And I got that, and I got the beam in, and where else we got? And the phone lines are officially open, and we're good. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys in advance. And there's the link, Kyle, and we're as good as gold. But I think now is the time. I think Eddie Hearn failed, and I think PBC is on the verge of failing. And y'all gonna be emotional in your feelings. Fred hates PBC. I'll be honest. I don't respect Al Heyman at all. I respect him as just a man. And the reason why I don't respect him, I alluded to it earlier, because he doesn't respect black media. You know what I mean? And when you don't respect black media, and I'm a part of black media, why should I respect you? I don't hate the man. I just don't respect him. The same way I don't respect Oscar, the same way I don't respect Eddie Hearn. They're all the same to me. Don't respect them. I have a little bit of respect for Bob, because at least he comes into the shop, even though he knows that I don't agree with him on the business side of it. What's up?
What's up, Fred?
Oh, this Miss T. What's up? How you been?
I've been good.
Let me turn you up.
You had some interesting stuff. I was looking at. Boy, I love that dude.
And guess what? You called in before Vegas. You did a good job.
Oh, wow. Yeah. He was excellent. Like, I know he was going a long time, and I was laughing probably for the same thing you was, because every time he'll make his point, and then DB trying to get in.
Yeah.
Just I talking, you was cracking up. I was too, but I'm amazed at that man's brain.
Me too.
Amazed at it. That's what was impressing me. I was like, God, Fred, you about to turn into Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson.
The black Johnny Carson, man. Look, your interviews be fire.
Oh, thank you.
Sometimes I gotta go to sleep though, Fred.
And that came out of nowhere, didn't it, Miss T? Didn't it come out of nowhere? And
yeah.
Can I say this before you go and do what you want to do? My business partner called me today. And you know what's cool about it? You know what I told him? Because he watched the show last night. He has some cousins that are in town. They're young, very impressionable. And my business partner is very wealthy, worth over $20 million. You know, he encouraged me to be a multimillionaire, and I followed his recipe, and it actually worked. You know, he sat me down at a brunch one day. It was me. This is, man, close to 10 years ago. Me, him, and Dre. Me, him, his wife, and Dre. And he said, this is how you do it. And he knew we had the cash flow to accomplish it. And we did it. And so, and the reason why I say that is because I called him today to see what he was doing this weekend. And he says, I caught your show last night. And you know what I told him, Miss T? I said, I am so happy that profile, the profile of him was that educated, because I want people to understand that success doesn't have one look. Man been shot
That's
12
true.
times. You know what I mean? Been shot 12 times.
He has an unbelievable mind.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That dude is way past a lot of people. The hustle can't be that hard if you don't got the mind.
Mm-hmm.
So when I see about like these young guys to be in the street hustling and stuff, I just say to myself, imagine. I can imagine, because a good hustler is smart like this guy. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's levels to it, but all hustlers are, real hustlers, that is, are just magical up in their head. Like, it's just, I was like, man, what a beauty to behold. I was impressed. Everything, like,
we all should be.
At all. So I just want to say, Johnny Carson, got nothing on you, Fred. I'm telling you.
That came out of left field too, because I thought we was gonna talk about music, and
and he broke that down. And I'm gonna say something else. I was like, God, he said exactly what I think, and he said it better.
What you say?
He's beyond my scope of intelligence.
He got it.
I was turned up by all of that. So y'all did a good job on that. The fight this weekend, I'm probably not gonna get the Pac fight, but I'm gonna get the Woodley fight.
Oh, you gonna buy the Woodley fight?
Yeah. It's $45. Fred, it's $45.
Oh, it's $45. Okay, all right. That's a meal.
At the end of August. Like I have a rule. I'm obsessed with boxing, but I will never pay for a pay-per-view twice in the same month. So their fight is this weekend, packing them, but then there's Woodley and them is like right after them. So I have to pick and choose. And since Spence ain't fighting, you know who lost. So I guess I gotta look at Woodley and them. But Serrano, she's gonna be on there. Have you ever seen her fight?
Yeah, I've seen her fight in Brooklyn. I was actually at her fight in Brooklyn.
She a bad motherfucker, ain't
she bad. I just wish she had some weight on her so we could see her fight Carissa Shield or somebody like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I try not to put them, like, compare them to, because they'll never have to challenge each other. But where she at, you better be ready. That girl bad as hell.
What, 6th division world champion? Something like that? 6th division world champion or something like that.
She's right now, she's the WBO, WBC at featherweight champion.
Oh, 26.
And she's fighting a bantamweight. So when you read the undercard of the Woodley fight, you'll see like a featherweight with a bantamweight, or a welterweight with a super welterweight. I was like, do they even have weight classes? So it's her, and then it's a couple of people y'all might know. But Fury's brother is on this card.
Oh, is he?
And
okay.
Yes, the young one, which I know he got a bunch of brothers, but one of them young ones, and they fighting under the weight of 180, which is that cruiserweight?
No, light heavy is under 180. Heavyweight, cruiserweight, actually heavyweight, bridger weight, cruiserweight, light heavyweight. There's a 15-pound gap between. They need to come up with a weight class for that 15 pounds. That's what they need to.
Yeah, because light heavyweight is 175. Now I know cruiserweight is
190. Is
beyond that. So okay, so that little cushion in between. But they fighting that where maybe they're doing a catch weight. Somebody named Anthony Pretty Boy. Oh God, his last name escapes me. Damn, I'm sorry, y'all. But they call him Pretty Boy. He's a nice looking dude, so I see why. But he's gonna fight. He's been trying to fight Fury's brother before he went to Jake Paul's training camp, and he was down there the whole time. So Jake Paul was like advising him, you need to beat this guy. So I was like, what? Because Jake Paul cannot stand Fury's brother. He probably don't like none of them gypsies. But they're gonna be fighting. They're gonna be fighting under this undercard. So I'm probably gonna roll with them. And the boys, I can't remember what he looked like. The big guy, I guess. He's fighting somebody. He's ranked number 1. too.
For
the
what weight class?
WBA.
For what weight class?
Huh. For the heavyweight.
WBA, number 1 ranked WBA.
The boys. The
Oh,
boy.
Danny.
Isn't he heavyweight?
Yeah. He's ranked number 1 now?
I saw it in the article today.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. Because he's just coming off a loss, and he just beat somebody to get back on track. So good for him.
Yeah. Yeah, that article was today.
Okay.
Yesterday.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, me either. But I mean, that's who was going to be on the card. So that's why I said 5 fights. I feel like the Ugas and Pacquiao fight is 50-50.
Wow.
I would say anytime to bet on a fight, this is the time to bet because they got Ugas as an underdog, seriously. So I don't gamble, but I was like, damn, if I was a gambler, I would do that. But yeah, Fred, I like your shows. I've been seeing them a couple times. I fall asleep because I actually, I got my show, so I actually see how much work y'all put into it. Because I get up and read.
Yeah, you got to read the articles and stuff, and then you got to respond, and yeah.
I write a storyboard. I'm a geek, so I get up, write a storyboard, everything.
Okay.
Then I go back. Some nights I miss your show, but I don't mean to. I was like, damn it, and then I have to watch it the next day while I'm working. I feel like I got a job. So I did catch last night, and it's a treasure.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was.
Hey, Fred, you keep doing your thing. What's up to everybody in the chat? Man, bro, you be writing in my week every week.
Oh,
all right, Fred.
Appreciate you. Thank you, Miss T. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Where's Bryce at? Bryce, where are you, man? Let me say what's up to Bryce. Bryce probably listening, and he got his phone taken. Bryce got his phone taken. That's what it is. Because do you think Bryce got his phone taken? I'm serious though. This is a real question. Do you think he got his phone taken?
I don't know, man. I heard that kid a couple of times. He was annoying as fuck.
Yeah, he's annoying, but he's 12, you know.
Look, me and you got to coordinate. I'm going to beam in for you niggas and show you what a black gorilla looks like. Show you what I'm working with, motherfuckers.
So when you beaming in?
All them bitches out there that doubt my blackness. I'm the blackest motherfucker walking the earth right now, nigga. Ain't nobody blacker than me. I'm the blackest nigga in the room.
So when you beaming in?
Okay.
So when you beaming in?
We gonna coordinate that, nigga.
Okay.
Me and you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Tonight, let's talk about Deontay Wilder. What do you think?
Deontay Wilder, October 9th. I think Deontay Wilder is. I think he's in the lead right now. I really think.
I'm talking about Deontay Reginald Pasquale Wilder. That's the one. That's what we need to talk about tonight.
I don't know who that is.
Man, Deontay's living his best life, Fred. He's flying around in jets, yachts, popping tags, right? Popping Cristal, whining and dining.
I ain't been on
his Instagram. He's living his best life, right?
I haven't been on his Instagram, so I don't know.
He's living his best life. You know that.
Should.
But you know who's not living their best life?
Who's that?
Mark Breland.
Oh, why? What happened?
He's at home. He got fired. He's eating pork and beans and wieners and drinking Kool-Aid. And they got fired, man. Maybe once a week, he'll run down to Little Caesars, pizza, treat himself. He got fired, man. How you get fired when you save somebody's life? He saved Deontay Wilder's life, Fred. How would you repay somebody who saved your life? Tell me. Did
he save his life?
Yeah, and guess what he got for it? First of all, he got fired like a Glock 10 on the 4th of July at a goddamn house party, man. All right? And then he got his character assassinated. And then he got devastatingly financially impacted from getting fired and getting your fucking character assassinated. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I just think we never talk about him. It's like we bury him in the sand, bro. and it kills me, bro.
I think that he's gonna find a way back in boxing, like most of these trainers do, and it just won't be with Deontay Wilder. You know, I genuinely wish him well. You know, like I have no ill will towards Mark Breland. I do have some apprehensions, and I'm gonna tell you what I did see at the end of Wilder Fury 1. He left the corner before round 12 ended, and that looked pretty weird to me. You know,
Fred.
Yes,
the man got fired because he threw in the white towel. Hell, I'm gonna be honest with you, nigga. I'm gonna get real with you. If that would have been me, not only would I have thrown in the white towel, I'd have thrown in the black towel, and I'd have called the police. Wilder was getting his fucking ass beat, man. What was he supposed to do? Seriously. I mean, I ask you, Fred, if you were in that position, what would you have done? Please tell me.
If I was in that position, I'm gonna tell you what I said from the jump street. From my seat, let me say, I was doing something else while we were there. From my seat, I would have stopped the fight. Then when I saw him land the left hook, I would have said, maybe he can go 15 more seconds. Let's see where he's at. Because obviously he don't have legs. He understands where he's at. So he's using the ropes. Maybe he can boomerang off the ropes and land that right hand. He was cognizant, but he was just losing the fight. He was cognitive. He was just losing the fight. And to answer your question, I told D that Tuesday after the fight that I would have stopped the fight. But keep in mind that I hadn't watched the fight. I hadn't watched the replay. But if I would have saw him land that left hook prior to me telling Deontay Wilder, I would have told D, maybe I would have let it go 10 or 15 more seconds.
Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, I'm a Crip and a G, and tears were in my eyes. That don't happen. Tears were welling up in my eyes seeing Wilder take that ass whooping.
Oh, shit.
Seriously, bro.
Cut it out.
I ain't lying. I was like, what the fuck?
Man, you're the greatest phone actor in the history of phone calls.
Look, nigga, I'm being real with you ass, man. I'm as real as a Happy Meal right now. I'm not lying, bro. If I would have been Breland, I might have hopped in the ring, stood in front of Wilder. Look, man, don't hit him no damn more. You kill him. Are you crazy? He pay my checks, man. Don't kill him. That's how bad it was, man. He was getting his natural black ass whooped.
Okay,
and we all know it.
And I will tell you this, and thank you, Mr. Blue, for bringing this up. The medical records are out on the Earl Spence. You want to respond to that?
Oh, look, I always hoped that Earl wasn't faking.
Oh my gosh, these niggas.
I mean, how can you? Fred,
niggas talk more than bitches these days.
Fred,
that's what Drake said.
In this climate, how can we know for sure, Fred? In this boxing climate, tell me. How can we?
The commission, unattached. It lines up with what he said that happened that Monday. You know, the bigger question is, did he fight Danny Garcia with that torn retina? I wouldn't want to ask all that. We don't know that.
No, he got fucked up in sparring. Fred,
I don't know. I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying. Listen, I don't know when the injury happened. So if he fought with Danny Garcia with that injury, I mean, I put a lot of respect on Earl Spence. You know, I mean, that goes to show you that he wants to fight, and he did a great job at masking it from the Texas Commission. You know, I don't have the answer to that, but I would want to ask him, when did he start seeing? When did he know he had something wrong with his eye? Because maybe he had it for a long time, and he hadn't been to the doctor, because he probably ain't been to the doctor since Danny Garcia. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
the last thing I want to cover, let's cover boxing real quick before I go. I just want to say, you know, as far as DAZN, good riddance, man. I mean, they're not putting on a lot of fights, and it doesn't do consumers any good to keep that app. I know it's not much, but still, if you have it for 2 or 3 months and they put in like 1 or 2 good fights in the whole 2 or 3 months, it's not worth it. And second of all, Al Heyman has retarded boxing. Let's just put it that way. He slowed it down to the point where he lost half of boxing consumers in his tenure. They went to UFC and other places because he's not making the big fights. He has really destroyed boxing, which was already on life support. You understand? When when who is that? Who am I thinking about? Don King ran boxing. He worked better with the other promoters. He put on the big fights. Yeah, he ripped off his fighters. We know that. But it was just more exciting. I mean, what's your take? What do you think?
I think Al Heyman micromanages. I think Al Heyman needs to build a super team around him. Because when you hear the fighters, it's always talk to Al. You got to ask Al. I'm like, God damn, like, does Al control everything? You get what I'm saying? So I would say that Al needs to build a super team around him. And if he can build a super team around him, so things can be delegated, like maybe have regions, regions, east, north, south, something like that. And because I remember interviewing Tony Harrison, he said he's never really met Al Heyman. He goes through Sylvia Brown, who I consider an awesome woman. I respect Sylvia. I should call her Miss Sylvia since I'm speaking to the public, and she's an extraordinary woman. I think she's capable of doing the job that she was probably hired to do, but I think Al minimized. Matter of fact, I've seen it. I know it because I've seen people go behind the drapes and talk to Al. I've seen it with my own eyes. So, or make a phone,
the Wizard of Oz.
whether it's through a phone call or whether it's in person. I've seen it with my own eyes, So, I just hope that I hope PBC can turn it around. They have all the ingredients. Al Heyman is strong in music. You guys heard it in Drake's last album. Al Heyman checks, So if he has dibs on if Al Heyman has dibs on Drake, he has dibs on the entire music industry. You get what I'm saying? Because Drake can touch anybody, So I think that's the play, make boxing an event, make it cool, make it all ages, Go ahead.
Exactly. Okay, Fred, I'm out. I'm gonna open up the line. One last thing I want to say: that last show last night was dope. Black Al Capone was dope.
Yeah.
I mean, he got more businesses than the Jamaican got jobs.
He does.
He needs to form a business just to run his other businesses.
Right. Facts. Good point. He needs to form a business. I like that. He needs to form a business to create his own business. You know what I mean?
So, Fred, once I get my camera and stuff hooked up on this computer, we're gonna coordinate. You got my number. You can text me a link at that particular show that I beam in on.
Okay.
So we can squash this bullshit.
Okay.
Because I'm the blackest melanated motherfucker on the planet, nigga. Feel me? You feel me? Yeah. I don't know how you motherfuckers don't know. I'm not black. I'm the blackest. When I was out working out today, man, I'm a big gorilla. When I'm at the light running in place, I can just walk up to white people's cars and they shit their fucking pants. All right? I'm that nigga. I'm the guy you don't want to see. Crips walk on the other side of the street. You don't want that.
Oh man.
All right, brother.
Peace.
I'm out.
All right, peace, man.
All right, later.
Boom. What's up, Boom? How you been, man? Welcome back. I'm a big Wilder fan. When he was losing, honestly, my heart dropped in my stomach. I had really bad anxiety. It's hard for me to watch. I had to take my anxiety medicine. It's not healthy 2 times. I felt the same way you felt. I felt the exact same way you felt, and the reason why I didn't go to the floor was because of that anxiety. It was too close and I didn't know what would happen. The Luis Ortiz fight just threw me in I'm just going to tell you, it just threw me in the motherfucking loop, man. Go to my Instagram or something and you can watch how I fucking just celebrated after he won that. You know what I mean? I'm all in on Wilder, like it's like I'm emotionally attached to him when he in real life and when he's fighting, so what's up, man? Wait, you ain't called in a week, man. What's up?
What's up, Fred? How you doing?
I'm not gonna say I miss you. I'm gonna say the people in the chat missed you.
Yeah, I bet they do, Fred, man.
What's up?
Man, Fred, man. I have to give you credit. You were right. You proved me wrong. You were right.
What I prove you wrong on? What I prove you wrong on?
You proved me wrong about this year in boxing, about the big fights, about it being a great year in boxing. I remember you talked about I said, man, we got a lot of good boxing to look forward to, and now look what's going on. You know, a lot of fights have fallen out. We possibly, I'm gonna speak in positive undertones. It's possible we've lost Earl Spence. I'm not gonna say we have, because we don't know. Technology has gotten better, has improved, and he can easily take a year off and come back. You know, he's not a damaged goods or beaten up boxer, in my opinion. He maybe needs to take a year off. And you already know Pacquiao Spence was the #1 fight in boxing, in my opinion.
Ooh, wasn't it?
So, yeah, you was right. We was looking forward to nothing, honestly. Not much, if at all. You know, the only fights that's left for us is Joshua Usyk, Pacquiao Ugas. You know, to see if it's Pacquiao's last fight. Might be Pacquiao's last fight. What else? Chocolatito and Estrada's gonna fight again. You got the I think it's the bantamweights, so super bantamweights is fighting. Fulton and Figueroa, Daniel Ramon and Raif Salim. You know, Andy Ruiz ain't possibly fighting this year because he got surgery. I mean, and Luis Ortiz still hasn't fought. So it's, you know, you were right. It's not a lot much to look forward to. Oh yeah, of course, Shakur Stevenson, Jamel Herring, and Wilder and Fury. So yeah, those is it. I would think those is it. Those are the main things. But yeah, before I get into my thing, I got to stick my foot on these people's necks. I got to. Mr. Gilberto Mendoza, we on your ass. The WBA, we on you. We've been calling, emails, sending letters. I told you. We told you, actually. We're not going to stop. This was a tragedy. This was a travesty. No more will you suck the blood from these fighters, man. No more. No more. You can't keep doing this to these fighters that die in the ring, that come home to their families broken, mentally may not be the same person before they stepped in that ring. While you sit in your offices and where's the WBA located at? Panama?
Venezuela or something like that? Panama, yeah.
Venezuela? Yeah. And we know why they put their offices in a different country. That's not by accident. You're not getting away with this, Mr. Mendoza. You scum. You're not getting away with this shit. There's interviews with you snitching on yourself, telling on yourself. There's plenty of interviews where people have spoken out and said this don't make sense. Even Pacquiao don't understand this shit. Pacquiao said, "What they took my belt for? I don't get it." You got Leo Santa Cruz, the WBA champ or something like that, and he held that belt for so long at, what was it, 130, 126, and he didn't defend it for years. And they didn't strip him, but they stripped Manny Pacquiao for it. Make it make sense. If Earl Spence would have went through the fight without no injury, it'd have been for 3 belts, but they stripped him. That took away from Earl Spence, Fred, and I didn't like that. I didn't appreciate that. No boxing fan appreciate it. They need to be gone from boxing. Somebody needs to sue them into oblivion. Isn't Austin Trout in a lawsuit right now with the WBO?
Right? WBO, yeah.
Somebody needs to interview Austin Trout and see how they're going.
Yeah, right.
Because I know when it comes to lawsuits,
he just won his fight. Congratulations, Austin Trout.
Man, shout out to Austin Trout, man. That dude's a warrior. He's a borderline Hall of Famer. I would say borderline because he fought almost everybody. He still got the Miguel Cotto win under his resume. That's a great win. Obviously a Hall of Famer, a legend, all-time great. But somebody needs to interview him about his lawsuit with the WBO and just see how that's going. And seeing, because I've heard the WBC and some of the sanctioning bodies have been sued before, and one of them almost lost everything. One of them sanctioned bodies, I think it was either WBC, Fred, or the WBA. One of them was getting sued in the past by a fighter. I don't know who it was, and they almost lost everything because of the lawsuit. I don't know who it was, but hopefully Austin Trout can be a barometer of what these fighters need to be doing. Y'all need to start suing these motherfuckers. What they're doing is parasitic. You know, shout out to Chris Mannix, man. I don't agree much with that guy, but he spoke the truth. They are parasitic, Fred. They have no place in here. I've argued with people, casuals. If you have the WBC, WBA and the IBF and WO belt literally in the ring. Just put them fuckers in the ring. Put them in the ring, Fred. Just put them in the ring and just say, hey, the belts are going to fight. Are you going to watch that shit, Fred? Are you going to sit there and watch that shit? Belts just sitting in the ring. Or are you going to watch the fighters? We're not going to stop, Fred. We're not going to stop putting pressure on their necks. And that bitch, Gloria Rizzo Martin, we're not going to stop. We're coming for all their necks. She needs to be fired. Everybody needs to be investigated. And we're not going to stop till that happens, Fred. We're not. We promise you we're not. It's people who's doing the work out here because the people like you and other people who've been putting these people on notice for what they're doing to these fighters and to us as fans, handing out belts like participation trophies. Like legendary fighters who fought for these belts in the past and got ripped off, and they still do, and they have the audacity to do this. I'm sorry, they need to start charging no fees for these fighters who put their lives on the line, Fred. They shouldn't be charged at all. I understand rankings, but it's one thing to make a fighter pay for something that they earned in the fucking ring. That these bastards in the suits and offices don't do nothing but make decisions. And they never threw a punch in their fucking life. And that's my rant about that, Fred. But hey man, Earl Spence, man, we feel for you, man.
Yeah.
We really feel for you, man. Like it's a damn shame you was this close to cementing yourself as the pound for pound king, not Canelo Alvarez, the real pound for pound king, a clean fighter, a true warrior who takes risks.
Yeah.
It's a damn shame, man. It's a damn fucking shame. I really feel bad for Earl Spence. But we gonna be here whatever happens. I'm not gonna speak nothing negative. I'm not gonna say it's the worst to come, but you know, whatever happens, we still gonna support Earl Spence, no matter what. You know. I made my phone call short, so let me shout out these fighters. You already know I'm gonna shout out. Hey, Shakur Stevenson, we behind you, man. Hey, take Jamel Hearn to school. Take him to school. Box him out. Take him to school. I'm trying to tell you, Shakur. Go to his body, and everything's going to open up. He's an older fighter now, so you got to go to that body. And Deontay Wilder, of course, we behind him all the way till the wheels fall off, until he retires, all the way through. We can't wait. Tyson Fury, the sacrifice is coming. The great sacrifice is coming. The Gypsy Fiend, the truth will be revealed. Tyson Fury is no special fighter. He's nothing special about him. The only thing special about him is his size and that he cheats. That's it. 6'9" and he cheats. Nothing else. Wilder's gonna take care of you, and I know what's gonna happen. You're gonna beat him until there's nothing left of his face, and he will retire. And of course, Earl Spence, shout out to you, man. Whatever you do, I'm behind you 100%. And Devin Haney, keep putting pressure on their fucking neck. Oh yeah, Rolly Romero. Hey, you gotta get this smoke too. Rolly Romero, where you at? Where you at, Rolly? Where you at, you troll? You weak ass troll. Devin Haney pulled your card. He pulled your whole card. You said you wanted to beat him. You said you're gonna knock him out. They sent you information to get this fight done. Word on the street is you said no. You's a joke, Rolly. You's a fucking joke. The whole boxing world knows now you're a joke. You only want that tank fight to get a cash out. That's it. You know Devin Haney gonna tax that ass. Ain't gonna be just no swift knockout where you go to sleep and you wake up and that's it. Devin Haney gonna beat your ass. You gonna have face full of bruises, nose busted, eyes closed. Maybe you may even quit. That's what's gonna happen to you, and you know it. That's why you won't take the fight. You call Devin Haney the shittiest fighter in boxing. You won't take the fight. A championship title and a career high payday, Fred. What's going on with the boxing game, Fred? When the guy can get a career high payday and a belt, and he says no. What's going on with these fighters today, Fred? What's going on with these fighters today, Fred? I really wish the throwback fighters could come back and clean these fighters up, these pretenders. And that's the shout out. Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Deontay Wilder, Earl Spence. We behind y'all all the way. And I'm out, Fred.
Peace. Peace. See, I couldn't respond to him because it would just make the call longer. So I just had to, be quiet. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you. We're 6 We are 6 away from 1,600 orders, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yo, what's going on, Fred?
Hey, what you got? What you got?
Called it from a few days ago.
Mhm.
I want to say this, bro. Errol Spence ducked Manny Pacquiao, bro. You know, why was it his right eye, but they said it was his left, right? You know, also, how did Ugas's fight opponent have an eye injury the same day as Spence? Also, how come Ugas was sparring southpaws before the Spence's injury got announced? So that's very odd to me. You know, Pacquiao would have destroyed Spence. All his fanboys know that. Everybody knows Spence is a cheat. The only way he can win is by low blowing his opponents, bro. Deontay Wilder is a bum. He's gonna get knocked out by Tyson Fury. Wilder, bro, listen, man. He has no skills and has no boxing skills. He can't fight on the back foot. You know, he cannot box, bro. Malik Scott, who got destroyed by Tyson Fury, is sparring, bro, and will be posting weird pictures on IG, bro. He is a bum himself. How can he train Wilder?
Okay. Anyways, man, what's up? Next caller. Next call. What's up, Terrence? What's up, Terrence? Let me get to the super chat. What's up, Marky Dan? Why he whispering? Oh, man, he you know, he in the basement, you know. He sharing the basement with a cat. You know what I mean?
That's obviously a cat that's living in his mama house and she got hours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No talking on the phone at a certain time. You gotta be home by a certain time. This and other, and then we bring them little kids in here.
Right. Facts. How you been?
I'm good, man. How you?
I'm great, man. Thanks for asking.
I can see that there's a conversation brewing about whether Earl Spence is going to actually be able to even to defend his two titles.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's saying that the injury is worse than what it actually initially was reported.
It is? It's worse?
That's what I'm hearing, man. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not a doctor, so I don't know nothing about an eye injury.
I'm not out there full time, so I mean, it's saying that it was not a rip, but a tear or something. I mean, like no, detached.
Mm.
And my thing is, Sugar Ray Leonard came back from the same thing, if I'm not mistaken. Earl's defense can be adjusted in order to protect that eye from hooks and what have you. I still believe that Earl is the man at 147. I don't care what nobody says. This fight with Manny Pacquiao and Ugas, I'm not paying $75 for that. I can tell you that now. But this is the fight before the fight. This is the prelude, in my personal opinion. This is the prelude. Manny had some when WBA decided that they was not going to reinstate Manny Pacquiao, that gave him some unfinished business right there, right then and there. That he needed to see Ugas eventually. So when Earl got injured, that was a perfect opportunity for Manny to go ahead and write something, because it makes this fight between Manny and Earl better if the belts are on the line, not Earl just fighting Manny just to be fighting Manny because it's Manny. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and the fight with the potential fight with Terence Crawford and Porter. It's going to push bid, right?
Yeah, Friday. It'll officially be going to purse bid on Friday.
Yeah. So my opinion on that, man, is those two need to do whatever they got to do in order to make that fight happen. because they both need it.
Correct. They do. Good point.
They both need that fight. You don't say no BSing around. We know that Sean Porter went up to the top ranked officers and was clamoring for that fight months ago. Terrence Crawford's money is guaranteed, right?
No, because it's going to purse bid. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, this might be one that, you know what I'm saying, if they don't get the amount of money they want, you know what I'm saying, and doing business, you know what I'm saying, sometimes you got to eat it. You know what I mean? It for the greater good, sometimes you got to eat the expense. You gotta take a couple losses in doing business, and these cats at this point, they're not too big to fail. So, you know, Porter might want, you know what I'm saying, so many million or whatever, and Terrence might want so many, you know what I'm saying, so many million and this off the backside, now whatever. The fact of the matter is, you got to get the fight. You got to schedule the fight. The fight has to be signed. Sign the fight because you both need each other on your resume. You need each other in this particular situation, and the stakes are too high to be arguing over minuscule dumb stuff. Now I understand that you know what I'm saying, boxing is not a game. You know what I'm saying? It's like Wilder said, the hit is not meant to be hit. So I mean, you're going there, you're putting your life on the line, or what have you. But this is what you chose, so you might as well get, you know what I'm saying, get in there and get it done. Peace, Fred.
That's it. Peace. All right, Andre. How long will the sanctioning bodies give Earl Spence before they talk about stripping him? I don't know. They can put him on injury. You know, they gave Manny Pacquiao close to 2 years. I don't know. Earl gonna come out and have an interview. Maybe I'll ask. Maybe I'll fly down there for a day if he allows me to do it, you know, and answer you guys' questions, you know. I don't know. I'll gladly do it for a day, you know. I like Dallas. And thank you, Kyle, for ordering. I need 6 more orders to get 1,600. I need 6 people to order. Okay. Can we get 6 orders? Click the link that's pinned in the description. Order 9 wives. Click the link. Why not? All right. And put the link down there. Feel free to call in if you want to. The link is down there at the bottom. And we good as gold, man. I'm not really in a rush for Earl Spence to come back, you know, especially me having a sports background in terms of playing, in terms of, you know, so however long he needs to heal, I'm totally comfortable with it. You know, do boxing have to move on? Yeah, boxing has to move on if he's out for an extended amount of time. But he could be champion in recess, and but that's definitely some time away. You know, I'm not in a rush to see Earl come back. I want him to come back when he's ready. I'm not saying, oh, you got it. If you ain't back in 90 days, you know, I've never seen Earl Spence cry wolf. I've never seen him fake anything. And I'm going to stand on what I see. And what I see out the kid, you know, I'm not going to stand on what people think, you know. Now, if this was a character like, I don't know who's faked injuries in the past, or who has the personality to fake an injury that I would question. I don't know. Who has the personality in boxing to fake an injury? Help me. You think Tony Harrison? Nah, I saw him on a boot though. I saw Tony Harrison when I interviewed Tony Harrison in June. He had a boot on his leg, you know, and so I can't. David Hay, definitely David Hay. Oh, Keith Thurman for sure. How can I not think of that? Rolly does have the personality, like he could fake an injury. Yep. Oh, definitely Tyson Fury. Man, how did my mind go blank? Tyson Fury and Keith Thurman are 1A and 1B. You know, Teofimo Lopez is definitely up there. You know, he got that prima donna in him. You know, you think Loma would fake an injury? Loma? Interesting. I see Loma as tough, you know. Ryan Garcia. Yeah. Ryan Garcia. Yeah, definitely Ryan. He will definitely make the top 5 for me. Ryan would definitely make the top 5. All right, there we go. The phone lines are open. Go ahead. And Charles Conwell. Yep, it just came out this week. And I want to talk about that, man. You know, Charles Conwell, he did something that I thought was kind of awkward. He faked the injury and then blamed his promoter. He didn't record his promoter and then turn him in. He committed the crime with the promoter and then called him out because I guess they're not on speaking. They're not, their relationship is not that great. You know what I mean? Shit. I think y'all did the crime together. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I think that Charles Conwell owes the fans an apology because he cheated the fans. You know, that fight, he lied to the fans and cheated the fans. I think he should have came from that perspective. But in terms of like, haha, my promoter did this to me. Shit, y'all in bed together at this point. You know, Charles Conwell, I think he was an Olympian in 2016, right? I think he was a very talented guy coming out of the Olympics, right? But nah, you can't do that. You can't be like Pilate, you know. Oh, I have no faith in David McWaters. He wears a suit, right? Does David McWater wear a suit? Oh, I don't trust him. I don't trust him, dog. Hell no, man. How can I? How can I? You don't know who's lying and who's telling the truth. Only thing I can do is interview him. That's it. You know, shit. He wearing a suit. That means he's running the business. So, well, suit doesn't imply that you're, but for the analogy for this show, because as we learned last night, you can have any profile and be a successful business owner. Ain't that right? Facts. Shout out to the hustlers out there, man. That's doing it the right way, man. Okay, where we at? Where we at? What number we at? I thought I was at 98. I'm confused. Wait a minute. What number am I at? 1596. 1596. We 4 away. 1596. We 4 away. Big Dog Willie, what it do? Spencer's ducking. Wilder's evil. Fury probably the most honest person on the planet. Fury caught COVID and got healed, and God healed him so he can go car shopping. Say it again. God healed Tyson Fury so he can go car shopping. Did y'all know how amazing God is? He probably giving a testimony. He gonna be giving a Big Dog Willie. He gonna be giving a testimony Sunday, man, at that Presbyterian church he goes to in the UK. You know, you know where they clap off beat and sing the songs. You know what I mean? Click the link, young Merv. Click the man. Click the link. Click the link. That's pinned in the comment section. It's pinned, and go subscribe to DB's channel. Do both. Why not? You know, we close, man, to 1600. 1600. We close. Jason, thank you, dog. Thank you, 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 man. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Kyle. We so close. You know what I mean? Super chat for, yeah. Super chat that. Yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, man. But getting back to DAZN, man, I didn't really want them to fail. And there's a piece of me that wanted to be right. I can't lie and say, haha, I didn't want to be right. But I really don't want boxing to fail, you know. But the Ponzi scheme that Eddie Hearn was running, I mean, Eddie Hearn might be the wealthiest man in boxing right now. From 2019 to 2021, Eddie Hearn might be the wealthiest man in boxing. More than Canelo, more than Wilder, more than Fury, and more than Spence. He might have. Only God knows how much money that man made, and it worked for him. It worked. He ran it dry. You think he didn't sign with Sky Sports because the deal was better? Hell no. He signed with DAZN and left Sky Sports because he got more money. He doing the fights in his house. He's probably underpaying the fighters. Oh man, Eddie Hearn is having a ball right now. Oh man. And American media made him a celebrity. They kissed his ass. They fell in love with his accent. Oh, you're so charming. You're so amazing. Hey, Eddie, can I work for you? They made that man a celebrity instead of challenging the man. But what did Frederick Hawthorne do? Fred held his ground. Fred stood on the side of truth, and Eddie Hearn tried his best to prepare for me. Every time he came to LA, he was like, man, I knew I would run into you. Y'all don't know what happens off camera. Every time he came to LA, he anticipated seeing me every time, dog. Every time. And he always said that, and him and his partner. What's the white pudgy guy name? He's actually, he's fair to me, I guess, as fair as they can be when they don't like you. What's his name? Josh Smith, Paul Smith, Mike Smith. He got one of the one syllable Smith names. I don't know his name, but y'all. Oh man, what's his name, dog? I know his name is Smith. What's his first name? Eddie Hearn's right-hand man. We ain't seen him did he get fired? Hold up. We ain't seen him. I haven't seen him in an interview lately. Frank Smith. Thank you. Thank you, Forbidden Media. I haven't seen him lately. Have y'all seen him? Has he been doing interviews? I don't think he got fired because him and Eddie are like this. Ain't no way in hell, because Frank Smith know where the bodies are buried. He ain't firing Frank Smith. They probably not on speaking terms right now, but they never gonna fire each other. It's like it's like Oscar De La Hoya and his two guys that work for him. You don't think they wanted to leave Oscar? You don't shit. What they do? Robert Garcia, Robert something. I know what they look like. I just don't know their names, But I'm pretty sure Oscar and them wanted to leave each other, but they work well together. So that's where we're at with it, So I wish him well. And but I think I as I was mentioning earlier, I really believe PBC can turn this shit around. And I really want PBC to turn this shit around. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. I want PBC to win. And the reason why, because I like they fighters. I don't really give two shits about Al, but I like they fighters. And I think that they can bring it all the way back, make these guys fight. This is what we're doing. And we're all going, Eric Gomez, thank you. Robert Diaz, thank you. We're all going to have to take pay cuts. That's the only way PBC can sustain itself right now. I think PBC as a whole got to take pay cuts, because if you look at those oh really? Frank Smith married to Chris Eubank's sister? I didn't know that. That's interesting. So he's married to a black woman. Interesting. Okay. I know she's probably biracial, right? Chris Eubanks looks biracial, if I'm not mistaken. If you look at the PBC schedule, ain't no way in hell Mike Coffey is a main event fighter. And that guy he fought is definitely not a main event fighter. That guy that's the name of the Outcast album against Luis Collazo, that's definitely not a main event fight for Fox. And you can tell by what they're doing that they're being squeezed or they're not getting funding. So I think Al needs to hold a Zoom meeting or fly everybody into a cheap state fly everybody into maybe Texas, where they got international hotels. I mean, international airports, and the hotels are cheaper. Or fly them all into Vegas this weekend. Fly them all into Vegas this weekend, and Sunday have a big powwow meeting and say, this is where we're at. This is the bottom line. This is how we're going to have to be successful moving forward. And I think it can work. I really think it can work when you do it as a team. I think when you do it as a team, I think it can work. If the DAZN canceling all U.S. cars, what will happen to Chocolatito Estrada? I'm looking forward to that one. He'll probably go to Mexico. No big deal. Eddie Hearn ain't tripping, but here's the catch. Eddie Hearn ain't tripping that the fights are going to the UK. Shit, he's in charge. Shit, Eddie ain't tripping, dog. Man, Eddie making out like a fat cat, man. But I guarantee you, watch in a few years how Top Rank squeeze him. And I hope Bob Arum lives. I hope I'm playing for longervity for Bob Arum, because I want to see in 2 or 3 years. Oh, James, 2 or 3 years when DAZN leaves boxing and Eddie Hearn got to go crying back to DAZN or go put his fighters on Fight TV or whatever other channel that is in the UK. I want to see him beg and Eddie and Bob Arum just gotcha. I really want to see that moment, dog. I really, Eddie Hearn ain't gonna go broke now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Eddie Hearn's gonna go broke, but he's gonna need a network for his fighters. And Bob Arum is gonna be entrenched with Sky Sports by then, So I really want to see that. It's coming though. It's inevitable. So so you mean to tell me that they watch boxing in Venezuela? In Brazil? They ain't watching that shit in Brazil, man. They be misleading the people, man. This is a worldwide app. We do worldwide sports. Yeah, but it don't happen, man. Man, I'm gonna tell Bob that next month. He gonna call in next month, September. And I'm gonna say, Bob, man, you got to squeeze out at least 5 more years, man, because I got to see Eddie Hearn come crawling back. Oh, it's gonna be good. And you guys heard it first. It's gonna happen. And it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny as hell, man. Oh man, co-promoted by Matchroom Boxing. That's how you know it's gonna be Top Rank, co-promoted by Matchroom Boxing. Oh man, that's gonna be funny. Eddie ain't gonna have the money to put on the cards, so he's gonna need that network money. Shit. Oh man, so we'll see. We'll definitely see how it plays out. But what I think, and you know what else I think PBC needs some internet shoulder programming. I think they depend on networks too much. I think PBC can pay people $60,000 a year, $50,000 a year, maybe move their talent. Maybe they can hire some YouTube talent, maybe a heel and an educated guy, maybe a heel with a big personality. And I think whoever does that first might win. Top Rank ain't gonna do it. They have their formula. So Bob Arum calling Dana White a piece of shit. That they basically looking in the mirror, based off what DB tells me about Dana White. I don't follow him every day, but but yeah, I think summer of 2022, I think more fighters are going to get more and more antsy. No, I don't want to be hired. Hell nah. I don't want to be hired. I'll partner with somebody, but I don't want to be hired because I don't want to be obligated to get on no plane. You know what I mean? I'm not really fond on traveling as much. You know, I did it, you know, but that's not my biggest thing in the world is getting on a plane. Lincoln is though. Lincoln is becoming. He's fast. He went to Hawaii. That was his second plane ride. He went to New York and saw the Keith Thurman Sean Porter fight. We went to Atlanta. I went to go get some property in Atlanta, and then we went to New York to watch the Thurman Porter fight, which is my best fight, the best fight I've ever been to. You know, probably for that reason as well. That fight was amazing. That fight was like, yeah, you know how Jay-Z said, lyrical exercise, you know. But yeah, that was an incredible fight. Yeah, I mean, I know I could help them, but I don't want to be employed by them. I want a contractor's contract deal, or I could just say, "Here, I'm done." You know what I mean? You ain't gonna hold me to no obligations. Fuck you. Nuh-uh. They let other people do it. Why they don't let me? Just like my principal wanted to hire me, right? My principal said, "Man, Fred, we need you to come back." I'm like, "Shit, you gonna give me that teacher on assignment job?" Shit. If you ain't gonna give me that teacher on assignment job, you can forget about that, big homie. I love you, but I ain't coming back. He's now the assistant superintendent now for the school district, and he wanted me to come back. I'm like, you got to give me an office at the district. Shit. And I'll come in when I want to come in. I said, let me create my own job, my job description, and we'll be good. I'll gladly do it. And I need $150,000 a year. You ain't gonna give me no teacher salary. Shit. I know the tax laws. You can't pay me $50,000. I can get that back in taxes. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I appreciate you, man. I don't know if you want me to say your government name, but I appreciate you. VR. Those are your two initials. Thank you. We are 3 away from 1,600. We are 3 orders away from 1,600. You know what I mean? We are 3 orders away from 1,600. Come on. We can do it. Oh, man. Nah, Bob doesn't care. He sees them all as business. You know, he treated Lomachenko the same way he treated what's his name when he lost? Crawford. When Crawford didn't lose, excuse me, but he was like, man, Lomachenko's a piece of shit for lying. He said to quote him, he said, man, he's acting like Wilder. Bob don't give 2 fucks, man. I'm telling you, man. He may have his favorite fighters, you know. I actually think Shakur Stevenson is one of his favorite fighters right now. You know, I think there's a piece of Bob that wants Shakur Stevenson to be successful. I think there's a piece of him because he talks about Shakur in a different tone than he talks about everybody else. So go ahead and order it, man. And it's going to download as a PDF file. So check your junk mail. It's right there in it. All right. If you don't get it, just email me, DM me, and I'll send it to you. No big deal, man. And yeah, so we'll do it like that, man. We got 3 more. If you ain't seen the film, order it. You know what I mean? We got 3 more to get to 1,600. That's pretty good. 1,600 for an independent filmmaker. That's good. You know what I mean? So yeah, I appreciate you, Javi. Yeah, man. It's interesting, man. And I would say, honestly, root for PBC. In my heart of hearts, root for them to change their ways. Forgive them for all their iniquities, because it will impact boxing greatly. It will set us back 5-10 years if they fail. They got too much talent. They got 200-300 fighters. We can't afford, boxing cannot afford for PBC to lose. No matter how much I don't respect Al Heyman anymore, No matter how much I don't respect a few Floyd and Leonard Ellaby, they can't. As a fan, we can't afford for them to fail. We have to force them to adhere to our demands, though. So it is what it is. But I think there will be fighters fighting on other promotional cards. You may see more PBC fighters going across the pond to fight, going to different countries and fighting. And that's simply because Al can't produce the dates, and Al don't have the money, to sustain PBC. Like in a perfect scenario, Tank Davis. See, what happens? Did I turn it down? Oh, y'all just not calling in. Okay, so what happens is why you prepaid, I sent around. So no, I actually, Ryan, you actually got a refund. I saw you apply for a refund, so you got your money back. And so what I was going to say is what I was gonna say. Oh, in a perfect scenario, you need your stars to fight 3 times a year, right? So you need Deontay Wilder to fight 3 times a year. You need Earl Spence to fight 3 times a year, Tank Davis, and you need the Charlos to fight 2 to 3 times a year. Those are your stars, right? What Al Heyman did, one of his mistakes, he tried to create stars. Mares is not a star. Leo Santa Cruz is not a star. And whoever else he tried to make into a star. Let the market determine who the stars are. You understand? And right now, these are the stars. He pushed Leo. He threw Leo Santa Cruz on us like he was the best thing since sliced bread. No, he just throws 1,000 punches a fight, and he's a nice guy. I have the utmost for. I have a great deal of respect for Leo Santa Cruz and his family, but he forced Leo Santa Cruz on us like, God damn, like it was like Jesus, like, man. And Leo Santa Cruz is not a superstar. He's a homegrown talent out of LA. That's okay. You get what I'm saying? He's not great. What's up, 614? In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
What's going on? What's going on, OG Fred?
Hey, what's up, man? How you feel?
All right, man, I agree with you, man. Listen, one thing the PPZ is doing is you gotta let the motherfucking fighters make their own brand. You can't force people to fucking, you know what I mean? You cannot create no fucking fake ass facades. Try to force motherfuckers into liking a motherfucker. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And another thing, you said about Leo Santa Cruz, right? Not to be disrespectful, Floyd Mayweather would never ever thought Gervonta Davis would have been the person he is right now, too, Fred.
How about you go buy my movie? You'll be number 1600. That's the number we want to get to tonight. Click the link right now and order the movie right now.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Click the link right now. Click it. $15.99. You're gonna be 1600. Hurry up. You're gonna be 1600. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate y'all. SBEBVRJWDS. I appreciate it. I don't want to give your governments out, but I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. Thank you, Kyle, man, for ordering. Thank you for the 34th time. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. What's up?
What's going on, Big Fred?
What you got? I'll get you in a second. 240. What's up?
Oh man, just listen to the show, going back and forth between the garage and the kids and shit. You know what I mean?
I respect it.
Hey, man, next week my daughter starts school, man. I'm so fucking excited, man. So I had to get that punk ass vaccine, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just you got to get it for work too. You know, yeah. I had to get it to volunteer at my son's school, you know. So I mean, it was a tough decision because I don't believe in Western medicine as it says, but you know, it is what it is, you know.
It was the forcing. It was the forcing for me though, dog. It was like them telling you, like, "Hey, we're gonna take your ass off the schedule." You know what I'm saying? They know good and goddamn well that we can't afford that shit at these days and times.
Well, I think everyone in the state of California at some point is gonna have to do it. But I'm excited. People are I'm excited about people protesting it too. I want to see how far they go. I want to see how far they can go.
Yeah. If niggas just wear that damn mask, we wouldn't even be in this shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, I just think that, you know, if you're gonna fight, stay off of Instagram, go to the state capitol and fight. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? I applaud people who fight for what they believe in. And but it's cool. But here's the catch. Here's the irony of this whole shit. We wouldn't be obligated to take these vaccines if Trump was president. Trump don't give a fuck about none of that. Trump didn't care about vaccines, free speech, and he gave everybody $100,000. Trump gave, oh my gosh. Trump gave every American $100,000. All you had to do was put your name and your social security number. Boom, you got $100,000. It was unbelievable. Man, I filled out that form, but I did mine legitly. I didn't know. I mean, I did mine legit because, you know, I all my tenants just couldn't pay rent, you know. So I filled it out and I'm like, oh my God. That shit was, man, it was unbelievable, Kyle. I'm just saying, I don't know how we didn't take advantage of that. I told y'all on my channel as much as I could, but go ahead. This ain't my phone call. What's up?
No, nigga, it is. Hey, I want to say this, man. The barbershop is one of the best communities in YouTube.
Oh, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? We got this. I gave you the garage, Kaylani. What you want now? These kids, man, they want everything, man.
We got 1,600. Who's number 1,600? 1,600. I appreciate you, man, from the Bronx, New York. Thank you so much. We hit 1,600. We on our way to 2K, baby. We on our way to 2K. We gonna sell 50,000 units this time by this time next year. Trust me. I didn't get no damn 100,000 because you didn't fill it out right. You know what I mean?
So are you so are you going to Chicago to the festival, or are you just sending
I don't know yet.
I think you need to, man, because you still got some more interviews to get.
Who?
I mean, just the same. Like you said last time that you want to go in depth with some more of them. Like you want to get more conversations on wax.
Wait a minute. Breaking news. Asia. Put the link in the chat, Asia. You got a breaking news just announced on the AP Disney starts negotiation for buy-in percentage of PBC. More details as this historic deal unfolds. Let me Google that shit because sometimes Asia Math just be playing off of what we talking about, and sometimes he be truthful. So let me check this out. Go ahead.
So he said PBC was up for sale?
I don't know what he's saying. He got to put the link in the chat. Put the link in the chat.
You're not getting ice cream.
I don't see it. I see Fox. Let's see how long Fox deal was. And the funny thing is, talk about stars. Deontay Wilder is the photo. 21st. Oh shit. 21st Century Fox has struck a 4-year agreement with Premier Boxing, and this was September 4th, 2018. So September 1st, 2022. In January, the company. In January. Oh no, that's January. I don't know what you're talking about, but go ahead. He's
Yeah.
just talking. Asian math, just bullying us. What's up?
We're 300 away from 900 subscribers, man.
Oh,
So,
you 300 away? Okay.
300 away from 900, man. So
you deserve it. You deserve it.
So me and my grandpa, man, we about to get this Cougar, 1960, either the 1970 or a 68.
Congratulations.
I can't wait to put them 100 spokes on that bad boy, man.
Well, this Friday when we don't have a show, Fred about to go get this Cougar. Friday night when I don't have a show, I'm about to go get this Cougar.
Now, are you into old school cars though, Fred?
Nah, not at all. I like driving by them though.
Yeah, man. I got to get me one again, man. I had like 2 box Chevys.
Oh wow.
Corvette. But I was young and dumb, man. Now I know what I'm doing, so I ain't fucking around this time. So hopefully the stars align, man. The first part was getting my grandpa to agree. Now the sky's the limit. Yeah, so the sky's the limit, man. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, facts.
Hey, we got Steven Torres in the section tonight, man.
The Olympian?
No, upcoming. He's an upcoming heavyweight boxer out of Reading, Pennsylvania. So he's supposed to be coming through. He's fighting on the card Saturday. He's the opening bout on Fox.
So he's in Vegas right now.
Yeah,
that's beautiful. Great work, Kyle.
Yeah, man. I told everybody on the channel last night. I said, listen, if my grandpa say he gonna help me get this car, ain't no Vegas. I said,
so you're not going? You're not going?
Hell no. Shit.
So when you get in the car?
I had to make a decision. So we're gonna do all this shit tomorrow because it's like we got like 3 or 4 cars that we're looking at. So we're trying to make the decision, make sure we got everything, all the ducks in a row. So I told everybody in the chat yesterday. I said, listen, if he say yeah, fuck Vegas. You know what I'm saying, if Errol Spencer's fighting, it'll be different.
Oh, if Errol Spencer's fighting, today's Wednesday.
Yeah,
the show would end at 11, and I will be on the freeway by 3. Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, I would have left tonight first thing. Yeah, I was already in my schedule, so I would have left tonight first thing in the morning.
The show been ending at 11 something nice, so we should keep that going. But,
yeah, I got you.
Hey,
especially this weekend.
Yeah, so I was like, man, listen, if he say yeah, fuck Vegas. But if he say nah, then I'm gonna get my shit and go to Vegas. So obviously, nigga, I ain't going to Vegas. So shout out to my grandpa, man. You know what I'm saying?
I still got 3 tickets, man. I still have 3 tickets, and I'm gonna just go to T-Mobile and just turn them in.
Well, you get your money back or what?
I get my money back.
Oh, okay.
They're get-in tickets. They was like $220 because I know how to get to the floor, so I just always just pay to get in and do what I need to do. That's
my claim to fame, dog. Listen, I try my best not to pay for high price tickets. I try to just get.
Man, I say this respectfully, but the ushers get paid minimum wage or just over minimum wage. And I respect their hustle. I mean, hey, this is. Sometimes I don't need them. Like PBC fights, I don't really need them because I know damn near everybody there, so I can just say, hey, yada 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 yada. But for like Top Rank, I don't really know Top Rank that well. I don't know the zone fights that well, so I got to pay the ushers. You know what I mean? But outside of it,
it's a lot easier to move around in a boxing match than it is at a hoop game.
Oh, for sure, it's more seats open. It's less.
Yeah, because they don't even give a fuck at them boxing events. I'm be honest with you, dog. Like niggas, we moved around. You know what I'm saying? So definitely moved around. But Fred, man, keep what you're doing, man. Keep it phone these niggas next, man.
Congratulations, dog. Hey, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. You was going. You said what?
Oh, I said it was great that you and DJ linked up, and 2, you do videos on your car search. I'll be very interested in watching it.
No, for sure, man. I got a couple new shows. I got a couple new shows that I'm working on. This girl, she just does whatever she wants, man. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I'm used to it already.
I can't even have a decent conversation with the homie.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, I gotta tell you this stuff before I get up out of here, dog. I got two new shows I'm working on, man. I got the one where I'm pulling up to different gyms with the homies. That's one, and then another one. We're gonna do cars, boxing, and sneakers. So if anybody in the sneakers and boxing and whips,
in the sneakers.
yeah. Now I seen you. Hey, I seen you the other day. You took a picture with Bree. You had them breads on. But I said,
Yeah.
Fred, that work sneaky.
Oh, I got 200 or 300 pairs of shoes, man, but I don't wear them.
How you wear, cuz?
I don't know. I'm cuz are you putting me in the corner?
No, I'm just saying.
I'm a civilian. I'm joking
you know?
with you. I'm a 9.5.
You're a businessman. I'm a businessman.
9.5.
Hey, well, listen. If you got the Cardinal 7s from 2006, let me know something.
I don't even know what they look like.
I DM it to you.
I got so many pairs of Jordans and Nikes. That's all I wear is Nike. So I got so many. I got about 50 to 75 pairs of shoes I haven't even opened. Because you know why? Because I've been covering fights for so long. I always stop at Barstow and pick up. Well, you see my stories, right? Every time I stop at Barstow, I always pick up 10 pairs of shoes every time. It's automatic because they so cheap. $30. Oh, $40, $50. You know, I could spend because I don't spend nothing in Vegas. You know,
Fred.
We eat for free. Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, no, but we gotta talk. We're talking to DM because I for sure. If you got them, I got to holler about you. I got to holler at you about that.
Okay, I don't even know what they look like, but if I got them,
I'm sending you a picture of. You probably got them. Yeah. All right, before I'm holler at you.
All right, peace.
Oh, hey, congratulations too. Congratulations on the movie.
Oh yeah, thank
all these different platforms and shit.
I got to promote it. If y'all want me on your platform, holler at me.
The festivals that you got into, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have no control over that. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad they accepted the film.
No, for sure, man. Keep doing what you're doing, big dog. I'm gonna holler at you.
I want to do a short film on a fighter. A fighter put up. Here's the deal. A fighter, you hear my voice. You put up $10,000, I'll do a film on you. Put up 10,000. I think we can do it. We can do a short film for $10,000. 10, 15,000, somewhere in there. I think we can pull it off. And I think it'll be well worth it, you know. I think, you know, where you're acting it out and stuff like that. Because I only do high quality shit. I don't do film off the phone and shit. Nah, I got, because all the art I do is for perpetuity. You know, I can't be fucking around on no low quality production. You know what I mean? I can't do it. You know, so everything got to be shot and at least movie quality. You know, 4K, all that shit. So yeah, and but yeah, I'll be out 1 day shoot about 10K, 1 or 2 day shoot. I think we can knock it out. You know, I'll write the script and we'll do that. But anyways, do Bernard Hopkins. Yeah, Bernard Hopkins. What else? What we talking about? PBC and all that? Boom, I just tried to buy it, but it keeps my internet. Must be bad. Yeah, it's bad at work, man. It did? It keeps sending you to the front page? Dave Jack, like I said, all you gotta do is DM me, text me on this number, email me, DM me, whatever you guys want to do. Send me your receipt and I'll send it to you in less than a minute and you'll have the film. No big deal. Not a problem at all. So I got you. So just hit me, Dave Jack, and we'll be good. Yeah, Wilder, that'll be cool. Wilder got his own team already, though. Wilder has his own team. So I've seen they've been filming Wilder for a long time. So they got a whole bunch of footage on him. But I think what I really believe is what fighters should do is start producing their own fight week stuff. You know what I mean? I think that's important. You're already getting free rooms. You know what I mean? You got full-blown access. Do a short film for you from your perspective, not from the Fox perspective, not from ESPN's perspective, from your perspective. You tell your story. You know, I think fighters should do that more often, especially the A-level fighters. The A-level fighters got to get in the habit of telling their story. Fuck what Fox say, fuck what ESPN say, DAZN say. I want y'all to hear my story. You know what I mean? And I think, yeah, Lovejoy will be interesting, right? Lovejoy funny. I love Lovejoy on Instagram. And the funny thing is, my son and his daughter goes to the same school. So pretty cool. Who else? There's a handful of other people too, but I don't, you know, so I'm looking forward to that. So we just got to root for PBC, man. Hopefully they change their ways. Hopefully. And we start getting the fights we want. We get the fights we want. Everybody's happy. You know, everybody's happy. And I think that at the end of the day, that's what we all want. All we want is the fights. That's it. We don't want nothing else, no more. I don't want nothing more out of this deal. What about Devin Haney? I think Devin Haney got his own crew. I'm not really interested in taking over somebody else's crew. There's too many jobs out there, and I'm too successful at it. So I'm not the guy to like, man, hey, you know I can do a better job than them. No, fuck them. I don't give a fuck. I think Devin has his own crew because he has Devin Haney TV. You know what I mean? Yeah, that would be classic. I wish I could shoot my own all access. You know, I would love to do it. That it's expensive though, man. That shit is expensive. You know, because I don't do cheap stuff. I wouldn't go to Walmart and go buy 2 cameras and say, nah, we got to use high quality cameras. You know, that's the only way I'll do it. You know. And then we got to retain an editor that has to work every night. I got to pay the editor. We got to give him the footage every night and drop it because the film got to be out Sunday morning. You get what I'm saying? Right after the fight, we got to drop it. We can't wait 2 weeks after, 3 weeks after. No, it's another fight. So as soon as they say, and the new, we drop it. Boom, it's dropped. And they say, make sure Earl Spence say, make sure y'all go watch on Earl Spence TV. Make sure y'all go watch Road to Victory Volume 1. And we drop it at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time because we in Las Vegas. Boom, drop it. And that's it. You know. But it will. You know. But the boxing world didn't know I was really, I'm gonna say great at making films because I've won awards on every film that I've ever done. But they just learning that part of me. So, but yeah, I think all fighters need to tell their own story, especially the A-level fighters. I think Jamel Charlo is doing it, but I think Jamel Charlo is doing it from an ego perspective. He's not doing it from a raw, honest perspective. He hasn't been vulnerable in his. I haven't watched it since September. His channel. After he did that, what was that shit? That Blue Blood shit. I was like, fuck him, you know. But I haven't watched it. But I saw it. All he did was talk about his clothes and his cars. So he's not vulnerable. You know, he wasn't vulnerable. So I think he was trying to carbon copy Floyd's blueprint, you know. But oh well, I don't think that I don't think he did a great job at it because he's not as articulate as Floyd, you know. But I think they should document themselves, you know. I think that'll be a great story. I think the Charlos would be a great story if they were vulnerable. You know, Jamel has an ego, so he doesn't. Jamel think vulnerability is a sin. You know, you could tell by how he talks to people. You know, I think if Jamel had the ability to be vulnerable, shit, he would be way more likable. Instead, and you know why I believe he fights against vulnerability? Because the moment he was supposed to be vulnerable, when he was like, man, my mistake, my bad, man, I meant to what I said about Wilder was wrong. 20 seconds later, he said, man, I got people that go bodies for me. I'm like, no, that was your time to be vulnerable. He felt himself getting vulnerable. He's like, no, man, I got to be a man. I got to shoot first. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is, man. I wish the Charlos well, man. They ain't fighting till next year. Hey, y'all niggas better start saving y'all money. I'm going to tell y'all that shit right now. Hey, it's about to be a desert in this motherfucker, man. Hey, fighters, promoters, managers, save your money. You know what I mean? It's getting real. You know, so I think PBC is going to change platforms, and they never going to go out of business. They got too much talent. No network is going to say, hey, I don't want to put on a Wilder fight. Who going to say that? I don't want to put on an Errol Spence fight. No network is going to turn down an Errol Spence fight. They're going to try and squeeze you and try and get it for pennies on the dollar, but no network will turn that down, especially in the summertime and those dry ass Saturdays in March to September. It's not much going on Saturdays, you know, because the NBA don't do great numbers. You know, they do good numbers, but on Saturday and Sunday, you don't stay home and watch an NBA game because it's 82 of them. So you don't stay home on Saturday night. Hey, I think I'm gonna stay home and watch Memphis versus the Lakers. Your ass ain't staying home for that game, but you'll stay home for a one-off fight though, and that's the difference. Or you know, I think Al should consider Friday night fight. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Didn't you love Friday night fights when you didn't have a date? When you didn't have a date and shit, you know, you sit at home and you just cut on that ESPN. You didn't know them niggas' names or nothing, but you knew somebody was getting knocked the fuck out. Somebody was getting knocked the hell out, man. I didn't really care what the commentary was. Who was doing commentary then? I'm drawing a blank on the commentary, but them Friday night fights were, and then you get the former world champion. Oh, I know him. I know him, because you get excited when you get a recognizable name on Friday night fights. Y'all remember that feeling? Oh shit, David Reed is fighting on Friday night fights. Oh shit, damn, yeah. Remember that feeling, dog? Oh man, too funny. Yeah, and it's cheap. They shouldn't do it on like Showtime, because Showtime is not really. Remember that president y'all for it? Remember you was like, yeah, he used to be good, but now he's fighting on Friday night fights. Remember that shit? See, you can't do it with Showtime because Showtime is premium. Is a premium channel, so they want premium fights. So I think like a TBS, like a TNT, maybe a ESPN2. Because Friday night fights is comparable to the MAC. Don't the MAC come on Friday or Thursday on ESPN and ESPN2? If I'm not mistaken. Or Fox 2 or something like that. Like these cards that PBC just put on, those are Friday night fight cards. The one at the Armory this past weekend or 2 weeks ago, that's a Friday night fight card. David Morrell, that's a Friday night fight card. That's not a Saturday night primetime fight card, you know? You remember? I remember all them days. Yeah, that shit was good. Y'all remember Harrison fighting on Friday and him coming out to the Michigan State gear? Y'all remember that shit? Hey, Tony Harrison used to dance to the ring, y'all. I don't know if y'all remember that shit. I remember all that. Yeah, man. I remember that shit. I remember it vividly. You know, so yeah, so I think that if we got back to that, you know, build up these young fighters, like for example, like the Towering Inferno. He should be headlining Friday night fights. Joey Spencer should be headlining Friday night fights. Guys like that should be. David Morrell should be headlining Friday night fights. You know, but But to put these guys on main events on Saturday night, hell no. Hey, come on, man, cut the shits. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Yeah, I remember touch of sleep. Yeah. Oh man. So I think that that would be the solution. Oh, Hank Lundy was the man, dog. Hank Lundy was a warrior. I think Hank was fighting every fucking 2 months, man. At one point, Hank Lundy was fighting every 2 months. I ain't gonna even lie. Look, let me check his box rec. Because Hank Lundy was, man, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I feel like I saw 100 Hank Lundy fights. From like 2012 to like 2016. I think Hank Lundy was fighting every fucking weekend. Let's see. Let's see if I'm right. Let me go to Google first. I remember Hank, Hammering Hank, man. Hey, he's a nice guy to hang around too. He was Sean Porter's sparring partner for some time. Yeah, he's 37. Yeah, he had 41 fights. So let's see. Yeah, 2013 he fought twice. 2014 he fought 3 times. 2015 he fought twice. 2016 he fought twice. There was a couple years, man. In 2010, 1, 2, 3, he fought 4 times. 2009 he fought 4 times. So I was wrong. It was like 2008. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, from like 2008 or 2007 to like 2011, he was fighting 4 times a year. Because Hank Lundy was everywhere, man. You know what I mean? Hank Lundy was. That's how I became a fan of Hank Lundy. You know what I mean? Little nigga, man. 135? 135, right? Yeah, 130. Yeah, he was a tough cookie, man. And he was winning. He was winning. And he had that that tough guy. You know what I mean? Like that unbreakable type of will, you know. Yeah, these promos come. Yeah, they need me. But they need me. But you know, their ego's getting away. You know, I drive a Honda Civic every day. You know what I mean? Ain't no little Negro that drive a Honda Civic got more brains than me. Like I think Al Heyman is smart in the business office. I think he's dumb with correlating it to the people. I don't think he has that ability. Just think, Floyd Mayweather had to tell him about hip hop music. Don't you know he was just promoting like people like the Isley Brothers? I'm just saying that genre of music. He wasn't promoting like hip hop artists and nothing like that. You know, Floyd and the Watson brothers did a good job at curtailing him to do that type of music. And well, I mean, Al just gotta get out of his own way, man. If he get out of his own way, I think they'll be okay. I think they'll be okay. I think I don't think no one can read a contract better than Al. It appears to me, right? If the fighters are making the most money that they've ever made off of one contract, he's done a great job. But the product, yeah, Frank Beverly and there you go. Frank Beverly and Mays, New Edition, Mary J. Blige. That's his lane. That's Al Heyman for sure. And those were his clients as well. But in terms of on ground zero and putting the shit together, I don't think Al Heyman has a clue. I don't even think Al Heyman knows how to put. I don't even know if Al Heyman knows how to matchmake. I'm being honest with you. I'm not shooting the man down, but if you look at the matchmaking on PBC, on the undercards, the shit is horrible. For real. It's well below average. You know, the main event is the main event. But these undercards, like who the fuck is Seha? Throw that shit. This is a pay-per-view. Throw that shit on the opening card on Showtime. We don't want to see that shit. I want to see Darwin Price versus Regis Prograis. That's what I want to see at 140. Can we make that fight, Al? Who the fuck want to see Seha? Yeah, you know what I mean? Seha is on the undercard of this shit. And I'm being pragmatic. I'm not shooting Al down. I just think he has no clue how to match make, and I don't think he knows how to put on boxing events. I think Al is conditioned like the talent is an everyday talent. Boxers are not everyday talents. Boxers are every 2-month talents. So what I mean by that, when you got artists that are on tour, they're making news every night because they're on tour every night. Al Heyman hasn't acclimated to the fact that you got to keep these boxers relevant. You got to mandate that they go to 2 fights a month. Earl Spence has to go to 2 fights a month when he's not fighting. He has to. There's no way around it. Deontay Wilder has to go to 2 fights a month. I'm just being honest with you. Deontay Wilder should be doing interviews twice a month for the brand, for PBC's brand. The Boxing Voice should not have more interviews with Keith Thurman than PBC. I'm just calling it a buck. All these major cities like New York, Texas now, you got a lot of fighters in Texas and California. You should have a studio that you can rent out at a moment's notice and interview all the fighters in Texas where they ain't got to travel and you ain't got to pay for it. All the fighters in LA, all the fighters in New York, and you have the stock. Everything is stocked. And then you say, well, and now you can promote it. Friday night, 8 p.m., Deontay Wilder, growing up in Alabama, with infested in racism. You know how to get that shit. You know how they do the promos and shit. Friday night, April 17th. Earl Spence, the greatest comeback in the history of the sport. You know what I mean? Friday night. You know what I mean? Friday night. Oh, man. You know, the Battle of LA. Abner Mares, Leo Santa Cruz. You know, before they even fight, all this shit should be stocked. All this shit should be stockpiled. No, Al Heyman is the promoter. Al Heyman is the promoter. He's the manager. He's the advisor. He's all of that. You know what I mean? He's all of that. You know what I mean? Don't be fooled. Al Heyman created that title, which was genius, by the way. I think what he created was genius. I think being an advisor is probably one of the more powerful moves in the history of the sport because he's not sanctioned by United States of America. He can do whatever the hell he wants. You know, he can do whatever he wants. He's not a promoter or advisor on paper, but he's definitely the manager and the promoter. For sure, for sure. Yeah, man. So, but I'm rooting for PBC. As much as some of you don't think, I am rooting for him. I just think they do. I just think Al is just a micromanaging machine. You know what I mean? Who do you talk to? Like, who do you talk to for PBC News? Who do you talk to? Nobody has an answer. You know, for Matchroom, you go to Eddie Hearn. For Top Rank, you go to what's the guy's name? Bob Arum. You know, for you go to Lou DiBella, but for PBC, there's no one that you go to. You know what I mean? So I think Ellie's done a great job with Manny Pacquiao, man. Ellie deserves an award for what he did for Manny Pacquiao. You know, I know some of y'all don't like Ellie, some of y'all don't, but the work that man has put in, and we get it for free. Shit, you gotta put some respect on that man's name. Nah, Tim Smith don't do interviews though. Tim Smith should have a weekly podcast where we can get all the news from PBC. And he should spend Mondays or Sundays doing 10-minute interviews with all these media outlets. You understand? Nah, Brittany can't come in here. I like Brittany too much, man, and I know too much. I wouldn't put Brittany on the hot seat like that because I can't not be myself when the guest is here. I ain't gonna do it. You know what I mean? So Brittany's a nice person. What else? I forgot what I was saying, but y'all know what it is. Yeah, man, but we got to root for PBC, man. PBC can't afford. We can't afford. We can't afford for PBC to go under. We can't. That would, you know what that would do for boxing? You know what I mean? Shit. No, we can't afford it. We can't afford it. Yeah, but he said fuck Ellie and the horse he rode it on. Man, the things he did for Manny Pat. I didn't watch all them videos. I'm gonna be honest with you, but god damn, the man is putting in work. I mean, damn. For real, like damn. Like it's y'all gonna see summer 22. Remember this live. Y'all like, man, Fred, right. I don't see it getting better. Fox is squeezing the shit out of PBC, squeezing them. And that's what happens when you make when you make those deals with those Jays. When you make those deals with those Jays, with those Jordans, they gonna squeeze you, man. And those guys at Fox ain't playing. They want PBC. Oh yeah, they want that. So we'll see. You know, Al Heyman has bosses, you know. PBC is really owned by an Australian company. PBC isn't owned by Al Heyman. You know, the money comes from an Australian company. I forget the name of it, but I'll teach y'all that in a video, so y'all can know. TV television, and it's beyond my intellectual abilities as well. You know, so yeah, it's owned by PBC. Is owned by an Australian. Y'all didn't know that? Waddell and Reed was bought out by an Australian company. Man, I thought y'all knew. Man, I gotta take it all the way back then and do a video on that. Yeah, on 24 carats, exactly. I'll do a video on that. Yeah, so y'all just know the facts. And Al Heyman is he's similar to like Jay-Z, you know what I mean, where he's wheeling and dealing, you know, similar to Jay-Z. I'll show you guys in the video. I'm not mad at him for it. That's how he gets down. Imagine if Jay Prince, Jay-Z, I know I mentioned this in the past, but imagine, we're gonna get out of here in a couple minutes too. Imagine if Jay-Z, Jay Prince, and Al Heyman teamed up. Man, imagine if Al Heyman had opened up the door for Jay-Z. Oh man, it would be a wrap right now. Shit. Every time Jay-Z drops something, it does 1 billion views. Everything he does, everything him and Beyonce do turns to gold. You know what I mean? But I don't think they have a great relationship. You know what I mean? I don't think they have a great relationship, but you know, it is what it is. I wish him well because I know Beyonce sued him years. Someone put that in the chat. Beyonce sued him a couple of years ago, but imagine Rock Nation Boxing partnering with PBC. I think that would have been great for boxing. You know, maybe would have got Andre Ward versus the kid from Canada. What's the guy's name? Adonis Stevenson. Maybe would have got that fight. You know, maybe would have got DB's favorite fighter versus one of the Charlo brothers. You know, Rock Nation ran out of money. Andre Ward wasn't profitable. Ammo Williams, we ain't seen him since he had that mental breakdown. I wish him well. You know, that Adonis Stevenson Andre Ward fight would have been an instant classic, dog. Would have been a classic. I think Andre Ward would have dismantled him in the end. But Andre Ward is definitely hittable. He's definitely hittable. And that would have been a fight for the ages at 175, man. That would have been a fight for the ages. Damn, that would have been a good fight. Yeah, Ammo sick. Last I checked, he was sick, but that was 6 months ago. Remember, he was writing on the wall and stuff. He was doing that type of stuff, you know. But SOG versus imagine that, dude. Imagine that fight poster. SOG versus Superman. I like that, Roland Curtis. Imagine that fight poster that never happened. SOG versus Superman. Wow, that would have been a hell of a fight poster. But I don't think the promoters would have had the courage to make an SOG poster. You know what I mean? I don't think so. You know, Ellie's not a journalist. You know, he's not. I mean, but that's why I'm me. Like, I mean, some people say I'm too serious. Some people say I ask too tough questions. You know, Ellie is, you know, he's more commercial, you know, and it works for him. You know, I'm more like, you know, whatever you guys want to tell me, whatever you guys want to label me. But that's why there's a lane for everybody. Let Ellie be Ellie. What I do think Ellie needs to do, though, is build a studio. Ellie needs to build a studio in his house and do it right. He needs to have a weekly Sunday show. He needs to do a real boxing show on Sunday. He needs to, and we both in LA, so maybe I'll hit him up on that. Maybe we'll rent a studio and do a boxing show every Sunday. You know what I mean? Because I think that's what boxing needs. You know, something like that. You know, a weekly show where you get his perspective, you get my perspective. I don't know. I'll hit him up, but I'm not. Some people don't want to be. I don't know how Ellie's cool. I mean, me and Ellie have a cool relationship. But I'm just gonna say this: he's done an extraordinary job with Manny Pacquiao. I've enjoyed it. I haven't watched every video, but the fact that the fans get to see Manny Pacquiao like this, Floyd would never let nobody do this to him. And I'm not saying this to compare Floyd to Manny Pacquiao. I'm saying when you got the best of the best that's open like this, shit, LeBron would never let you do this. Never. I'm not hating on him, but I'm saying just a different style. You know, I think it's special. Manny Pacquiao's giving the fans everything this training camp. And I think Manny Pacquiao and Ellie and deserves to be thanked for that, you know, because at the end of the day, we get it for free. Shit, we just got to watch them 15-second commercials or them 5-second commercials. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all it cost us, you know? So I think he's done an extraordinary job. You know, Blue Blood is in Blue Blood is in Las Vegas, so make sure you guys go check out Blue Blood. Maybe Champside will probably drive down for this fight. You know what I mean? I think those two guys may be covering the fight. I know Blue Blood is already there, so make sure you guys go to Blue Blood and get your news, get your interviews and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure he'll be hitting the pavement hard tomorrow as it pertains to interviews and stuff. So I look forward to that. And yeah, he did a great job with Tank, but not like he did a great job with Tank, but god damn what he did with Manny Pacquiao this time. Sheesh, man. I'm not saying he asked the greatest. Ellie don't ask the greatest questions in the world now, and I think Ellie knows that by now. Ellie knows that he's not Frederick Hawthorne as it pertains to journalism, but the coverage, God, Ellie must dream about Manny Pacquiao. I ain't gonna even lie to you. He must dream about him because the amount of coverage he's put into this is just extraordinary. You know, I actually think PBC should recognize Ellie and say thank you because the work that man for free, shit, man, you get this amount of promotion for this fight for free, shit, man. I'm just keeping it a buck, man. I'm just keeping it real, you know. That's why I think the Garcias owe Ellie a lot of money. Mikey Garcia wouldn't be half the fight in terms of promotion without Ellie. Trust me on that. Robbie Garcia is not an interview. How many of y'all say, I wonder what Robbie Garcia thinks about this fight? Nobody's ever said that in this chat. I wonder what Robbie Garcia thinks. No. I've never thought that ever in my life. No, but because Ellie puts him on video every day, you get used to the consistency. You know what I mean? You get used to the consistency of him. But I've never asked for a Robbie Garcia interview in terms of I wonder what he thinks about Sean Porter versus Keith Thurman. I don't go to that nigga for that fight. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is. But yeah, man, we gonna get out of here, man. I thank y'all, man. We got oh, yeah, we got to get Tyron Brown. Tyron Brown, he disagrees with me a lot, so we got to get him on. We got to get Tyron Brown on, man. He said he was going to come on because he disagrees with me on Al Heyman, and he disagrees with me on some other stuff, so I think that'll be great. Yeah, Tyron Brown, he holds me accountable. He holds my hand to the fire. So anyways, man, Fred and DB be snappy. Yeah, DB had to take care of his daughter tonight, man. He's on daddy duty tonight, so I definitely couldn't get in the way of that. But yeah, it was a good show. I thank you guys for coming in. Kyle, yeah, Kyle. Matter of fact, let's see if Kyle is live right now. You live right now, Kyle? Nah, you can't be live right now. Nah, you're not live right now. Man. So we're going to rock out, man. I'm going to play this damn song, and we're going to get out of here. This is only the second time in the history of the show DB has never said play the song, Fred. The first time was he was busy, and then I had to cut it off, and then he played. So this is the official first time. So, but it's cool. Yeah, Ellie is definitely a Manny Pacquiao fan for sure. Yeah, I remember when Floyd kicked Ellie out the gym, but that's water under the bridge. Floyd know how valuable Ellie is now. You know what I mean? Play the song. Thank you, Big Dot. Play the song, Fred. Thank y'all. Yeah, man. I appreciate that. Man, I love y'all, man. Thank y'all. What about Devin Haney? We'll see. Devin Haney got a strong team, so I'm not interested in breaking up a happy home. Eating zucchini spirals. I know what I'm about to eat. Some more pistachios. And some of y'all have been asking me about the Brother Polite situation too. We'll talk about it tomorrow. How about that? We'll talk about it tomorrow. Because I'm not truly abreast on it, but I heard something today which was really weird, and but I always stand by innocent till proven guilty, or if I see some evidence that's just so goddamn incriminating, But if it's like, but we'll see. Hey, but I tell you one thing, Floyd put Brother Polite on a pedestal. Meta World Peace put him on a pedestal. Busta Rhymes put him on a pedestal. And that's what happened. That was Floyd's best friend for a long time. And I thank y'all for getting. Let's see what number we got to. 1,600, y'all. Thank you so much, man, for supporting. Thank you. We have 1,600. Man, Floyd and Brother Polite were like this. Go watch the videos of Floyd in Japan when he went to go fight that guy, whatever that guy is. They traveling together, and it's just wow. People Hernandez! What's up, man? You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's my Rob G. Determined to be the greatest yet. Bobbing and weaving. I'll be caught up on the news tomorrow. So if y'all want to ask me about Polite tomorrow, I'll definitely be caught up for sure. It's the hottest news on the internet, though. I tell you that goddamn much. Shit. I didn't know he was that popular. Because I've never watched. I watched one video because Meta World Peace introduced me to him about 5-6 years ago, 7 years ago. And I really ain't listened to him then because I'm always skeptical of when niggas start putting all those words together. I'm like, hold up. You know what I mean? And then they got they got this lifestyle and shit. So I always like take a step back. I don't judge him. I just take a step back and be like, you got to prove yourself to me. You know what I mean? That's all. But I love y'all, man. Thank you, man. DB, hope your daughter feels well, man. Go subscribe to DB's channel. Click the link. Click the link. And guess where we're going right now? Kyle, I'll be listening, Kyle. Holla at your boy. I'll be listening right now, man. Go to Kyle's, man. The boxing section. I love y'all, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Mañana. Holla, y'all. Peace.